And we're on guidance. How to set up a temporary storage facility. And you may spot some conditions regarding this below. But we are not going to be setting up storage. What we do want to know is, actually, what is temporary storage? And we see, temporary storage is when non-union goods, i.e. goods, from outside the EU, are imported into the EU, and are temporarily stored under customs control before they are put under a special procedure, released to free circulation, or exported outside the EU. Special procedure. What is that? We'll look at special procedures in the next video. Okay then. In that case, why might I need the temporary storage procedure? There are a variety of reasons. I'll take a guess at 3. A transshipment or transloading gap. For example, if you are transporting goods originating from outside the EU, then should the journey of your goods involve a transshipment at an EU port, i.e. a change in vehicles or method of transportation, then customs temporary storage might be a cheap and handy option if there is a gap of a day or more between your goods being offloaded and then reloaded onto the next mode of transport. Also, temporary storage can provide some breathing space to prepare any paperwork required for customs formalities. For example, your company might need to move non-union goods quickly to a place within the EU. If those goods require certificates, licenses, etc., and you didn't have time to arrange for these to be in place, then by putting them into temporary storage, this provides time, up to 90 days, for you to get your paperwork done. Temporary storage may help you with your cash flow. Putting your third country imports into temporary storage allows you to delay submitting your full customs declaration and payment of duties and taxes until your storage period expires, at which point you may need to cough up. In other words, at the end of your goods permitted storage period, you may need to submit a full declaration and pay any duties due. How do I apply for temporary storage? Apply for temporary storage using a declaration. Send your declaration to customs with temporary storage given as your customs procedure, and do this in advance of the arrival of your goods, or at the time when your goods are presented to customs. We see, you can submit a customs declaration or a temporary storage declaration prior to the arrival of your goods at customs, and at the latest when your goods are actually presented to customs. Let's quickly jump to the Taxation and Customs Union website of the EU. And temporary storage. First, a quick recap. After presenting your goods to customs, you might wish for your non-union goods to be placed into free circulation. At this point, your customs formalities, for example, licenses, certificates, quotas, etc., need to be validated, and any arrangements for payments confirmed. Alternatively, you may opt to place your goods under a special procedure. A sneaky list, and why not? Or you might wish to invoke temporary storage for your goods, and here we see how the EU describes temporary storage. We see, what is temporary storage? Non-union goods, brought into the customs territory of the Union, are in temporary storage from the moment they arrive and are presented to customs, until they are placed under a customs procedure, or re-exported. Temporary storage lasts for up to 90 days, following the presentation of goods to customs. What happens after 90 days? If the goods have not been placed under a customs procedure or re-exported, they may be confiscated, sold, or destroyed, at the expense of the declarant, the person named as the declarant on the declaration. If the declarant, i.e., the importer or their agent, obtains permission from customs, they may abandon their goods to the state. The goods may be placed in a temporary storage area, or a temporary storage facility. What is that? A temporary storage facility is a customs-approved facility, and is a place situated inside, or outside, the approved area of a sea or airport. If it's an approved place, situated within the appointed area of an approved port/airport, you may see it referred to as an internal temporary storage facility, ITSF. If it's an approved place, but situated outside the appointed area of an approved port/airport, you may see it referred to as an external temporary storage facility, ETSF. If it's an approved place, situated within the boundaries of the appointed area of an approved port/airport, but outside the customs approved area, you may see it referred to as an internal temporary storage facility remote, ITSFR. All these facilities may include bulk tanks and container yards. You may find temporary storage areas in customs-approved multi-use premises, such as warehouses. In which case, such areas should be clearly demarcated. And back. Temporary storage facilities and warehouse areas may be operated either by the importer, or by persons, referred to as storage keepers, who are required to provide a guarantee to cover any customs debt that may arise from goods under their care. But a temporary storage facility may also be operated by the customs authority itself. We see some flexibility. As long as you get approval from customs, you may store goods in other facilities, or move goods from facility to facility. If you use the transit procedure to move goods from facility to facility, then when the transit procedure has ended, the goods will again be under temporary storage, and a new 90-day period starts. How's that? Fab. Okay, great. Next. CPEI. What's that? Let's find out.